Exploring Greek Mythology. The Gods of Olympus. Chapter 9. Artemis. Welcome, seekers of wilderness and guardians of nature. In today's episode, we venture into the sacred groves to meet Artemis, the formidable goddess of the hunt, the moon, wild animals, and chastity in Greek mythology. As a symbol of independence who protects the natural world, Artemis commands reverence and awe. Let us seek answers to the questions. Who is this untamed deity, and what can her myths teach us about the balance between freedom and responsibility? Artemis, aside her twin brother Apollo, share a unique birth myth in Greek mythology. Zeus, the king of the gods, fell in love with Leto, a titaness known for her beauty and gentleness. Leto became the object of Zeus's affection, and soon she was carrying his twin children. However, Hera, the queen of the gods, was enraged upon learning of Leto's pregnancy. Determined to thwart Leto, Hera decreed that no land under the sun would allow her to give birth. Wandering in anguish, Leto was turned away by lands and islands alike, unable to find a place to deliver her children. It is said that as Leto approached, the earth trembled, and the lands, acting in deference to Hera's power, refused her shelter. The mountains, plains, and inhabited islands all feared reprisal, and so they turned Leto away, despite her anguish and advanced pregnancy. Even sacred sanctuaries offered no respite, as Hera's curse left Leto wandering in despair. Leto's plight seemed hopeless until she found refuge on the floating island of Delos, a place not bound to the earth or considered solid ground. The island, sympathetic to Leto's suffering, welcomed her. There, amidst swaying palms and the waters of a sacred lake, Leto gave birth first to Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. The newborn Artemis then assisted her mother in the birth of her twin brother Apollo, the god of light and music. Thus, on Delos, a place between land and sea, Artemis and Apollo were born, heralding a new era for the gods, their birth forever marked by Leto's courage and the island's compassionate embrace. As the goddess of animals, Artemis roams the forests with her band of nymphs, defending the wilderness and those who dwell within it. Her symbols, including the moon, deer, and the cypress tree, reflect her deep connection to nature as well as her role as its guardian. Why does Artemis hold such a vital place in mythology? What does her presence reveal about our relationship with nature and the pursuit of independence? Artemis embodies the fierce, untamed spirit of nature and the principle of chastity. As the goddess of the hunt, she represents not only the thrill of the chase, but also the respect and balance required in taking from nature. Her vow of chastity signifies her independence and control over her own destiny, serving as a powerful symbol of feminine strength and autonomy. The myth of Artemis and Orion is a tale which intertwines themes of companionship, rivalry, and tragedy. Orion was a giant, renowned for his extraordinary hunting skills and his imposing stature. His prowess with the bow and his unerring eye made him one of the greatest hunters in Greek mythology. Artemis, who valued her independence and usually preferred solitude or the company of her nymphs, found in Orion a kindred spirit. Their shared passion for the hunt forged a unique bond between them. As they roamed the forest together, chasing game and exploring the wilderness, their companionship deepened. Artemis admired Orion's strength and skill, while Orion respected Artemis's leadership and divine grace. This mutual respect blossomed into a deep friendship, marked by moments of joy and camaraderie. However, the harmony between Artemis and Orion was not meant to last. Their bond, strong as it was, became the catalyst for jealousy and tragedy. There are multiple versions of the ending of this tale which ultimately lead to Orion's death. each imbued with its own moral implications. One version of the myth attributes Orion's tragic end to the jealousy of Apollo, Artemis's twin brother. Apollo, the god of the sun and a paragon of male beauty and prowess, grew envious of the close relationship between Artemis and Orion. He feared that this bond might threaten his own closeness with his sister or tarnish her reputation as the chaste goddess. To sever their bond, Apollo devised a cunning plan. He noticed Orion swimming far out in the sea, appearing as a mere speck on the horizon. Approaching Artemis, he challenged her to a contest, betting that she couldn't hit the distant target in the water. Artemis, unaware of Apollo's deceit, accepted the challenge with her usual confidence. She drew her bow, took aim, and released the arrow, which flew with unerring accuracy before striking the target. To her horror, she soon discovered that the target was Orion, her beloved companion. Another version of the myth depicts Gaia, the personification of the earth, playing a direct role in Orion's demise. Orion, proud of his hunting skills, boasted that he could kill every wild beast on earth. This hubristic claim reached the ears of Gaia, who saw it as a threat to the natural order and balance. In response, Gaia sent a giant scorpion to confront Orion. The scorpion, embodying the ferocity and resilience of nature, engaged Orion in a fierce battle. Despite his great strength and skill, Orion was no match for the scorpion's lethal sting. Regardless of the version, the end of Orion's life was a moment of profound sorrow for Artemis. She mourned the loss of her friend deeply, and her grief was a testament to the depth of their connection. In her anguish, Artemis petitioned Zeus to place Orion in the heavens as a constellation. Zeus granted her request, and Orion was immortalized in the night sky, standing as a reminder of his great skills as well as his tragic end. In the version involving Gaia, the scorpion was also placed among the stars as the constellation Scorpius, forever pursuing Orion across the celestial sphere. Their eternal chase symbolizes the endless cycle of life and death, hubris and retribution. Through their companionship, Artemis and Orion experience the beauty of mutual respect for nature and each other, as well as their shared passion for the hunt. Artemis's grief and her actions to immortalize Orion highlight her deep capacity for loyalty and love, even within the constraints of her divine chastity. The constellations of Orion and Scorpius in the night sky still stand as eternal witnesses to their story, capturing the imaginations of those who gaze upon them while keeping the memory of their myths alive through the ages. In every moment of reverence for nature and every pursuit of hunting, Artemis's presence is felt. Her stories remind us of the importance of respecting the natural world and maintaining a balance between human needs and the health of our ecosystems. How does Artemis's domain influence modern times and contemporary thought? Today, Artemis's legacy inspires us to embrace the principles of conservation and sustainable living. Her teachings are felt in modern efforts to protect wildlife, preserve natural habitats, and promote outdoor recreation. As we strive to live harmoniously with nature, let Artemis's wisdom guide us. Her myths encourage us to cherish the wilderness, sustain our principles, and embrace the freedom that comes with respecting both nature and ourselves. Ask yourself, how can Artemis's teachings inspire you to connect more deeply with nature and uphold your beliefs? Join us next time as we explore another deity whose stories have helped contribute to our understanding of the cosmos. Until then, may the spirit of Artemis guide your path through the wilderness of life and the sanctity of your own values. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to continue the blind pursuit of knowledge.